200 billion at risk. Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video we're going to have a look at Bitcoin. Lots of fear being published in the media, so we're going to dig into that. I'm going to give you my views and opinions on Bitcoin and the market, but we're also going to look at this huge $200 billion risk when it comes to Ethereum. If you enjoyed today's video, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tap in that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. Right, let's get down to the desktop. Okay, so we're here on coin market cap. Now the total market cap of all crypto is up 0.97%, so just under 1%, at $994.02 billion, and Bitcoin is at 19,770.83, and it's down 0.36% at the time of recording. And it's pretty much stagnant, right? And we've got Ethereum at 1,662.56, up 4.02%. Obviously, with the merge coming up, perhaps that is impacting the price a little bit there. But do let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. Are you expecting the market to sort of, Ethereum to pull back once the merge has happened? Interested to get your views and opinions on that. But, you know, the other thing that I would probably mention is that, you know, is it potentially being sort of propped up a little bit here because there are exchanges that, you know, are stopping deposits and withdrawals as, you know, the upgrade happens. So, you know, don't get caught out with some of these exchanges. There may be people that are just holding on to their Ethereum because they just can't get it on an exchange. Lots of reasons. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on that in the comments below. So the first article that I want to have a look at is this one, and there's lots of fear being published in the media. And this one is "Sell all your Bitcoin now. Serious crypto price crash warning. Issue ahead of game-changing Ethereum upgrade." Now, you know, digging into this, you're like, what on earth is this all about? And basically, they're saying that, you know, you should expect the prices to fall. Now, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies are stuck in a downtrend. We're all fully aware of that. But basically, where this is going to become, I guess, a bit of an issue, and what they're articulating here is that, you know, Bitcoin is going to get regulated out of the space. Will be the first to be regulated out of the space, is what they're articulating here, just purely because it's not energy efficient, and that is going to be how it's sort of pushed out of existence. Now, I don't know what your thoughts and opinions are. They also talk about, obviously, the financial landscape, and I think the landscape doesn't look good, right? And we need to be aware of that. We need to acknowledge it, because I kind of feel like there's an awful lot of influencers, be it on Twitter, YouTube, all over the place, really, you know, Facebook, that are ignoring the financial landscape, right? And you just have to look, particularly in Europe and the UK, surrounding like the energy aspect of things. Now, we had All in Crypto on the Cheeky Crypto podcast. That will be released tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. So definitely check that out. He sort of articulates basically how I feel about the macro landscape in a much better way than I've ever articulated it. So definitely worth digging into that podcast, right? It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, you know, Amazon Music, as well as being on YouTube. So definitely worth checking it out, even on your commute to work or whatever. It's great to have him on the podcast. We hope we can get him on the main channel. But, you know, I've put a little snippet on Twitter. Definitely worth giving that one a full watch. You know, so put an hour aside to listen to that interview with All in Crypto. It's very interesting and very worthwhile, in my opinion. But, you know, I completely agree. The landscape is not great, particularly in the UK and Europe. You know, you've got the ongoing property crisis in China. You've also got the heat wave, batteries closing because of the heat wave, and lots more going on, the whole Taiwan situation that could, become much bigger than it currently is. It might not come to fruition. Hopefully it doesn't. There's enough bad stuff happening around the world, particularly in the Ukraine and Russia. There's just an awful lot going on. Perhaps the US will be sheltered from it a little bit, but ultimately, it's even going to hit the US at some point, in my opinion. So look, will it be regulated out of existence? I think it's too big personally, for that to happen. Is it decentralized? I don't think there are many projects or cryptocurrencies out there at the moment that are, can say hand on heart they're fully decentralized. Bitcoin, potential risk of, I guess, security issues in the future is highly probable. So, unless something changes, of course, who knows? No one's got a crystal ball, but, it's an interesting one. A lot of hatred sort of being thrown Bitcoin's way. I'm not aligned with all of it. For me, all cryptocurrencies are going to have lower lows. I've said this countless amounts of times. If you're not listening to the warnings, that they might be warnings in plain sight, perhaps not articulated in the reasoning as to why you should perhaps look to sell Bitcoin, for example, as articulated in this article. But there's definitely reason to be going away and doing your own research. Obviously, take everything that I say with a pinch of salt. This should be treated as educational purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. If you're looking for one, go seek one. But you need to make your own financial decisions. But sometimes people aren't willing to take the hit on it. We've been talking in our Discord for months. Sometimes it's good to let go. Even if you're at a loss, sometimes there's a tax benefit to that, and you can buy cheaper and you can buy more of it, than you originally held. So we've seen great success within our Discord of people going on to do that off the back of the conversations once they've gone away and they've done their own research. So, there's some very, very happy people in our Patreon and our Discord. So do check out the links for that. They are in the description of this video. The next thing that I want to talk about is the huge risk, when it comes to crypto, particularly Ethereum with the merge, right? And yeah, are people holding their breath? Probably not. Do people realize actually how big the Ethereum merge is? If you consider the total market cap of Ethereum and what they're trying to do, like, there is a huge risk there, right? So, is it a risk to potentially be scared of? Perhaps not, but it is a huge amount of money that is dependent on this merge going well, right? So let's see how time sort of progresses and how the merge goes. But for one, I am definitely keeping an eye on it. Do you think it's going to be a sell the news event? Let me know in the comments below. Personally, I think all of these cryptocurrencies are going to be pulling back as we start to see energy prices, particularly in Europe and the UK, increase to points where businesses ultimately could go out of business. Families are going to struggle to heat their homes, and pay their bills. So I kind of feel like there's a huge probability that prices of crypto is going to come down. I do see influencers saying, well, who's going to be selling at like 15 and 16k? Well, people that need to feed their kids and heat their homes, or they need to keep the lights on for their business, those are going to be the people that are going to be selling. There's a lot of people that perhaps haven't sold yet, that perhaps should consider it. Not that I'm encouraging anybody to sell. Sounds really bearish, but at the same time, I want people to go away. I want them to look at the risk that they're holding. I want them to be confident in their mindset as to making the right decision. Take everything that everybody says in this space with a pinch of salt, right? Moving on, and this one's really interesting. And again, I have seen a bit of an uptick in the number of scams that are happening in the space. So I hope people are sort of taking the time to watch this video in full, because it is shocking right now. This one is Fat Man Terror, and he explains the fake investment scheme. I think he did like a bit of a test, his words, to basically see whether with a vague post whether he could get any investment. I think he got like 3.5. Bitcoin investment from people that follow him on Twitter, and it was basically to prove how easy it is to just come up with, you know, a fake Ponzi scheme. He raised 100K in a matter of hours. He's refunding everybody, or refunded everybody. But basically, the reason he did this, and again, another really interesting one, and I'm not going to get into my thoughts and opinions as to what I think about this particular piece here, Lady of Crypto. So this is basically what he said. 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗧 also stated that his fake fund post was inspired by Lady of Crypto Twitter account, which has been accused of shilling questionable investment schemes to its 257,500 followers. Now, you know, I think there's also been accusations that this particular Twitter account has also been sort of taking paid endorsements for some of these questionable investments that are being mentioned here. And perhaps not articulating that to the followers in the post. So, you know, look, I do think that it's really important that, you know, you are very careful in the space and who you follow. You know, one of the things that, you know, is really noticeable about this particular account of Lady of Crypto, and I'm not, you know, saying that, you know, it's like a scam that this person is doing or not, but, you know, in 6 months to get 250,000 followers on Twitter, my opinion would be there wasn't really that much educational stuff on there. The YouTube channel isn't that big. You know, for me, it is questionable as to, you know, whether somebody can just do that in 6 months. I mean, I'm sat here, our Twitter page hasn't got anywhere near that number of views. Our YouTube sat at like almost 135,000 followers. We, you know, grow naturally. But for me, it's interesting, right? How you can do that. You just never know who's behind some of these accounts. Again, not suggesting that anyone is, but I think, you know, you've got to look at these things and look at the, you know, the detail of it, and you should really be of a mindset of questioning everything, and hope that people prove that you're right to follow them over time. I don't think 6 months is enough time. But I don't want to get into whether what this account is doing is a scam or not. I just want to kind of just talk through it. I thought it was an interesting article to review. The other thing to mention is Netflix bans crypto ads. I just thought that was really like last year. Surprised to see that, but I thought it was worth mentioning. Again, I don't want to get into too much of the actual article itself. I just kind of feel like, why would you be banning crypto ads right now? Look, things that I would like people to take from this video: you know, keep an eye on the Ethereum merge. I expect a big pullback after the merge has happened. Do I think that, you know, it's bullish long term? Yes, I think we will see some of the numbers that people are talking about for Ethereum, but, you know, just like Bitcoin, I think it's going to take some time before you see those gains. You know, when there's a halving, it doesn't just instantly go to, you know, silly numbers, right? It takes a few months, sometimes a few years. So look, you know, the macro environment for me is not great, one to keep an eye on. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on all the news articles that I've covered today. I thought they were the most important ones to cover off. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.